Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the Moondust palette. So there are two versions of this. I have the one that is called, online it's called Urban Decay Moondust Space Cowboy palette. On the actual packaging it's called the Moondust palette Space Rider. So it could be either under Space Rider or Space Cowboy, but there is a second one as well. So just keep in mind that there are two. So if you're looking for this one and you only see the other one, just remember by name what they're called. Anyways, that was very long. So if you wanted to see how I got this look and if you wanted to see what these shades look like on the eyes, then just keep watching. All right, so I have foundation on. I will list everything below, but I'll just give you a quick rundown of what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Glossier Stretch Foundation in the shade Light 2. I'm also wearing the Tower 28 Concealer in the shade BU. I think it's 2 BU. And I am wearing the Givenchy Prisme Libre powder just underneath my eye and then just on my kind of T-zone area. And for bronzer, I went in with, oh hello, my dog just walked in, my Haus Labs bronzer, and then I mixed a little bit of the L'Oreal Infallible bronzer as well. And then I did my brows, and before you say anything, I'm aware they are way too dark today. I was trying something different and I filled it in with a pencil first. And then I went over it with my gel, but then there were spaces missing, and so I had to fill it in with the pen. And yeah, you don't have to say anything. I know they're too dark, and I'm not a fan of them today, but anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna start with blush because I haven't put my blush on just yet. And oops. Okay, ready. Start with blush. So for blush, I think I'm going to use two. I'm going to use the Haus Labs in the shade Lavender Blonde because I don't think I've ever used that on my channel. And I'm sorry if I sound a little bit weird. My nose is plugged and I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's allergies or if I'm getting sick. I hope not, but yeah. So I'm also going to use the Chanel in Beige, Rosé, Mauve. So I'm just going to mix the two of these because I want a little bit darker than this, but I don't want just this. So I just think these two would look kind of nice together. They both have those like purpley tones to them. This one's obviously a little bit cooler, but yeah. So we're going to mix them. Come here. Come here. 1 second. If you want to say hi to my babe. She should be sleeping right now, and I bet you she's gonna pee if I don't take her out soon. This is my babe. Her name is Lena. She does not like being on camera. As you can see, she's like, leave me alone. Or feed me. That's her thing. Feed me. So first I'm gonna go in with the Lavender Blonde. I hope this is still available. I don't know that it's still available in Canada on Sephora. I haven't checked her website, but I hope it is still available. And I'm really sorry if it's not. But I love this shade. And you do get quite a bit of pigment with these guys, so I'm just going in with a fluffier brush. And just kind of patting it down a little bit there. And just a tiny bit more on this side. And then we'll go in with that Chanel shade. I wore this so much during the summer. It's such a beautiful pinky purple tone. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a different brush. These are both Real Techniques brushes. And then the Chanel. And this, did this come back? I thought I saw they did a restock and it came back. I think in the US anyways. I hope I'm not mistaken, but I thought I just saw somebody post it not too long ago that it did come back. I know they did a restock of a bunch of the palettes, so if you really wanted them, I know a lot of people were wanting the one that I have. Of course I can't remember the name. I can't find it. I think it was Cristal. Parure Cristal, I believe. I believe that one came in stock. So if you were wanting that, I think check it out. I don't think that that ever happens. I've never seen that happen before where something was gone and then it came back that was limited edition. I'm like, oh, so you were trolling us and you actually had more. I don't like that game. But anyways, okay, so I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. And I will add some highlight. And I think because we're in the sparkly mood today, because that's all why you're here, right? I'm gonna go in with the Haus Labs highlight. And this one is in Peach Quartz. I don't know why I had to look at that. I knew that, but anywho, another Real Techniques brush. And this one does have a little bit of glitter to it, but I like it. It's really pretty. I don't know if you could see. Sorry, I have a little zit or something there. But I wore this yesterday and it was just so pretty. So, like with any highlighter, it is going to accentuate if you have any, you know, imperfections, which I do, but such is life. So how's everybody doing? Everyone ready for fall? See, I'm ready for fall. I don't mind fall weather, but I'm just not ready for winter. Like, people talking about Christmas already. I'm like, can we just enjoy one season at a time? It's too much. It's too much. Okay, so here's the Moondust palette. I think there are two of them. So, can't remember the name of the other one. I believe this is the Space Cowboy. Here it says Space Rider, but online it's described as Space Cowboy. So it's the Space Cowboy Moondust palette. This was not on Sephora. It was on Sephora Canada. Added it to my cart. Disappeared. Went out of stock. Then said it was only available in store, but it's not available in any of the stores where I live. So I actually found it at Shoppers. One of my girls at Shoppers hooked me up. I don't think it released yet, but it's coming. So if you're waiting for it, it's coming. I did see that the other one was listed on Urban Decay US. I didn't see this one, and I didn't see either of them on Urban Decay Canada. So just keep that in mind. And this is what she looks like. I hope I can get like the beauty of it, because in my short, like, you can't really even see how beautiful it actually is. Okay, so the first one is Star Cowgirl. I think what I'm going to do is put them all on my eyes. I'll put one on one eye, another on the other, and then I will do an actual look with it, because I really want you to see how all of them look on the eyes. So we'll start with Star Cowgirl, which is this shade, which looks insane and insanely like crumbly. It's actually not that bad. And I was worried because I like the feel of the original Space Cowboy, which almost has that grit to it. You can see it's different. It's a different texture than this one. This one is more of that like soft shadow where it is kind of like that crumbly feel to it. And I was worried because I didn't want this to be like chunky on my eyes. I love the look of Space Cowboy where it's just like a twinkly shimmer. And so I was worried it wasn't going to look that way. And I was like, oh no, I don't think I'm gonna like it. But I tried it and I wore it all day and I loved it. So Space Cowboy has a little bit of a warm undertone to it. It's so hard to describe. I'm just trying to look at it. It's almost like a warm pinky beige undertone with like a silver glitter to it. Does that make sense? See what I mean? I just want to capture like the actual twinkly shimmer of it, which I think is so beautiful. Again, sorry for my eyebrows. So this is Star Cowgirl. I will put on this other side. So even though this one does have that kind of chunky feel, it doesn't really look like it on the eye. This was actually one of my favorite colors. I thought for sure Space Cowboy would be, but I wore this one the other day. Yeah, I wore it to work. I don't care. I just go all out. I just wear whatever I want and nobody cares. I kind of like sit by myself anyways, so honestly, I don't see any of the clients really. And if I do, I don't think they would really care. So that's what this one is looking like. More of a white. I don't know if you can pick it up on camera. More of a white with tiny little pinky and gold reflex to it. I'll swatch it on my hand and maybe you can see it. So tiny little pink kind of glitters to it. So that's what these two look like. Space Cowboy, gorgeous. And this is definitely perfect for the holidays. I'll show you Space Cowboy beside. I feel like the short that I did just really didn't do it any kind of justice. So you see that twinkly kind of sparkle in Space Cowboy, and it does have that kind of warm undertone to it. But both are just so beautiful. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to Wild Dipper Rides Again, which is more of that pinky tone. And then Cosmic Space Dust. So maybe I'll do Wild Dipper on both eyes, and then Cosmic Space Dust I think is the one that I'm gonna wear today because I haven't worn that one just by itself. I've worn all of the other ones, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I wiped those off. I'm probably gonna have sparkle all over my face by the end of this video, but that's fine. So here we have Wild Dipper Rides Again, and I'll show you that one in comparison. I thought it would be super close to Space Cowboy, but it's actually quite a bit pinkier. And again, this one does have that same type of sparkle. It's not as like gritty as Space Cowboy, but it does have that beautiful, just twinkly sparkle that I just absolutely love. So we'll go in with that one. I wanted to at least show you, like I was just gonna do just one look and just swatch the other ones, but I feel like it does make a huge difference when it's actually on the eye compared to when you see a swatch, because sometimes the swatches just don't pick up the little like micro glitters. But this one is so, so pretty. And it's not just, to me, oh, I got something in my eye. To me, it's not just holiday. I feel like you really could wear this for any type of like fancy occasion. Obviously, what comes to mind is Christmas and New Year's when you see sparkles and you see that nice kind of glitter. But I just think it's so pretty and so sparkly. And I really, really like that one. So now we're gonna go into the actual look. I'm gonna wipe this off and go in with that Cosmic Space Dust. All right, so that one did leave a tiny bit of a pink cast on my eyes. So I'm just gonna go over that with my MAC paint pot in Soft Ochre. And I'm actually super shocked that I don't really have much fallout on my face because I just literally took like a makeup eraser and just wiped it off my eye, and I'm shocked that there's not a ton of fallout, but that's great. And I actually wore a couple of them all day recently. Oh, meant to swatch this one too. Sorry, Cosmic Space Dust. And yeah, when I wore them to work, I had zero fallout all day. So, and I just go and press them on my eyes with my finger. I don't even use a brush, but you can see how beautiful that is and really catch all that glitter. All right. So I'm first gonna go in with some shadow. I like using a little bit of shadow. I don't want to just use them on their own. I mean, you definitely could. They for sure will speak for themselves and look beautiful just by themselves, but I always like a tiny bit of shadow. What I think I'm going to do first is, oh, I wish I wouldn't have gone in with that paint pot because I was going to use the Merit eyeshadow, but I think we'll scratch that and use it another day. So I think I'm going to go in first, sorry, with the Patrick Ta palette. This is the All Matte palette, Major Dimension 3. And let's go in with this guy and maybe this one. So the two lightest browns. So first we'll go in with that warmer toned one. And then I will go in with the cooler tone shade. So I still have a little bit of remnants of sparkle on my lid, which actually is a good thing because that shows that they actually will stay. I hate this lighting. I feel like every time I do a video now, I don't know if it's because it's like, it's not overcast outside, but sometimes when it's overcast, everything makes my lighting look, I don't know, like cooler toned, and so I look more washed out than I actually am, and the colors don't show up as true to what they look like in person, which is frustrating, but it is what it is, I guess. And now I'll go in with that more cool tone shade. I'm actually really liking this palette now. At first I was kind of like, I have so many shades like this, and I do, so I wasn't wrong, but these are the kind of shades that I go for on a regular basis. So I was actually using the Danessa Myrix more than this one, but lately I've been using this one more. So not saying one is better than the other. I really love both of them, but I just feel like this is so handy for every day. I still have to figure out the secret to using these creams without getting any transfer. I did, like the day that I used it in my video last time, I actually didn't have any transfer, but I used it another day and I did. So I'm like, what is happening? I think you just really have to blend them out. Oh, sorry, my dog is sneezing. I think you really just have to blend them out well, which kind of helps them dry down quicker, and then they're set. And I do feel like once they're set, they won't go anywhere, but just be sure not to use too much, I guess, and then I think you'll be fine. Oh God, I hope my dog doesn't pee. I'll have to take her out really soon. Okay. And I realized what I did wrong in my Patrick Ta video. I actually meant to pull it out more this way and not go so high. That's why my makeup did not look a thing like the one he did, but oh well, that's fine. Okay, so now we're gonna go in with that Cosmic Space Dust. Hello. Hello. What are you doing? There we go. And I'm just, again, going to just tap that on the eye. And if you want to see a really good video using this, Gigi's Beauty did an awesome video, and you can really see the color in her video. So if you want to get a better idea of what these look like, go check out her video too. And I am, again, just using my finger for all of these shades. That's really pretty. Kind of like, it's hard to describe this color. It's like a silvery, but taupey, but gunmetal-y, but not. Hard to describe. Very pretty. I do have just a tiny bit of fallout from wiping these off. Or that could just be my highlight. It's hard to tell because the highlight, it does kind of have like a glittery side to it. But with these shadows, I do feel like all of them have quite a bit of base color. You wouldn't think just looking at them, you'd think they'd be quite sheer. But as you can see, they do have quite a bit of base. All about that base. Okay, now I do have fallout. But again, that could just be because I wiped it off previously, but I am seeing it now more clearly. Not a ton. Just every now and then I see a little sparkle. So I think on the inner corner, I was going to use Star Cowgirl, but I think, should I use Star Cowgirl? Maybe I will. I was going to say maybe I should go in with the matte white, but since we're here, may as well make it a super glittery look. I got nothing to do today, so. And even if I did, I would go out like this anyway. So just a tiny bit in the corners of the eye. I'm just going to do a winged liner. I might do that off. Jeez, just dropping everything. I might do that off camera because I don't know if I can do this steadily on camera, but I'll try. Maybe I'll do one eye and then I'll go do the other eye off camera. All right. Here goes nothing. So this is the Epic Ink liner from NYX, and it is brown. Oh. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this. I'm not. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Okay, so I do have quite a bit of actual fallout on my face. I just inspected. And again, that could be because I wiped it away, but it could be from this shade. But I noticed with this shade and this pink one that those two were fine, and I did wear them all day at work and I didn't have an issue with fallout. So it could either just be from me wiping them off or from this shade in particular, but I'm not 100% sure which it is. And good thing I went off camera because I had to completely redo my one liner side because it was a hot mess. The liner, I usually store my liquid liners upside down, and that one is just really, really wet. Like a lot of them are kind of drier, and that one was really wet. And so anytime you'd even just tap your eye just for a second, it would immediately do like a huge splotch of ink. So I'm like, okay. That's why I'm like, nah, I'm gonna do this off camera because it just got a little bit too crazy. This is the Rare Beauty mascara. It is drying out though, so kind of on my last leg with this mascara. I've had it for quite some time, so it is probably time to hit the road. But I have a hard time throwing away. Not expensive. This one's not overly expensive. I mean, it is compared to drugstore mascara, obviously. But yeah, I have a hard time throwing away like any mascaras I paid like $30 for. I'm like, let's use every little bit of it that we can. Same with this Huda one. The Huda one, I don't know. Sometimes I love it and sometimes I don't. It just depends on the day, I guess. You know, sometimes you just have good lash days or good brow days, and then other days you're like, what happened? That's how I feel about her mascara. Like, I like when the wand, I don't know how to explain this. I like when the wand really like grabs onto the lash, where it's almost like, it's not sticky, because I don't like a sticky formula, but I like when it really just grabs every single lash and it gives you that voluminous look. And sometimes it really does give me a lot of volume, and then other days I use it and I feel like my lashes kind of look like puny and stringy. So I don't know if that's just like a lash growth phase that I go through, because I do use UK lash serum on my lashes. So I'm not sure if that's just part of it, or I don't know. Maybe it's just my application. Who knows? Could be a me thing. Probably is. But yeah, some days I love it, some days I'm kind of just meh about it. So I want to know, what products are you excited to see? Like, what holiday products are you getting? Do you have? Which ones do you love? What are you looking forward to? I saw that the Ethereal Eyes just came back out, Makeup by Mario, and I don't know what to do. Part of me really wants it, and part of me is like, you own this. Like, I don't actually own it, but I've seen comparisons with the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude, and a lot of people have said if you like that color story and you have Natasha Denona, then you don't need the Makeup by Mario. I say Mario because that's how he says it. But they said that the Natasha Denona one is also more sparkly, which I love a good sparkle. See, this eyelash side is puny. This one, maybe it's just more clumpy. Maybe I need to separate these. But sometimes I like in Mario's palette, it is a more toppery type sparkle. But sometimes I like that because it is that more like ethereal looking sparkle. And it's not so intense. It's kind of more like that Space Cowboy shade, where it's like a nice kind of twinkly sparkle. And I do really love that. So I'm just scared it's gonna sell out again, and then I'll be like having FOMO again for not getting it. Even though I've seen some people review it, like Sophia Sees Beauty, and I think she returned it because she was just like, meh, I have these, and they just were whatever to her. So who knows? I don't know. So that's what we're looking like right now. I am gonna go, sorry, I have a little fluffy on my lip. I'm gonna go underneath the eye with a pencil brush. There we go. And I'm going to use probably these two here. Oh my God, my dad and my brother are so annoying. They think they've won Wordle, but I haven't even done Wordle yet, so they'll see who the true winner is. I'm gonna get it. And something just fell. So I'm just going under the eye again with those two shades. And then I will do some lower mascara, and I will also go in with some liner. I think I'll use the Rare Beauty liner. I think it's called True Brown. Where's the name? True Brown. Did I need to spend an hour looking for that name? No, because I already knew it, but you know. But yeah, what holiday palettes are you excited to see? I don't know why I want it so bad, but the new Chanel Quint, just because it's different too. I don't have any Quints by Chanel. I have Quads. That Quint looks so pretty. That white sparkle shade, I feel like would be beautiful for Christmas. So again, I'm going to go in with my liner in the upper and lower waterline. And sorry to any people who get sensitive or grossed out when I put stuff in my eye. Are you serious? Okay. I was going to say, I haven't used this one that much and I thought it was out already. Okay. And then lower lash line. And what are we gonna do on the lips? I really want to use something different because I know I use my Gucci literally like every day, and it's probably like, okay, you're a makeup channel, use something different, and I'm trying and I really want to, but like that's just what I automatically, I don't know, I just feel like it goes with everything. So maybe today I'll use Beige Couture by Dior. This is the Couture Color Lipstick Floral Lip Care Longwear. Floral Lip Care, what? Oh, it kind of does smell florally actually. So this is the one. I am going to do my bottom mascara. I go in with like, this sounds really weird. I go in with like an older, kind of more dried up mascara because then I know it won't transfer. Like this one, you can tell it's dry and should be going in the garbage. And soon, it will soon. I recently tried a new mascara, this one, and I've heard great things about it, and I love the wand, because you know, I love me a good hourglass wand, which is exactly what this is. So I was thinking, oh, it's probably going to give me the exact same kind of look because it has the same type of wand. I should have known because it is more like that natural line. But it doesn't give me that like volume that I really like. It's more like a soft look, which I'm sure a lot of people would love. But for me, I was looking for a little bit more, you know? Okay, so for lips, let's maybe go in with, no, let's do what I usually do. Nude Beige by NYX. I think I forgot to mention, this is limited edition. So if you wanted it, I think get your hands on it while you can. This is 57 Canadian dollars for one shadow, one Moondust shadow. I believe it's 30 Canadian. So, I mean, you're getting 4. They are smaller. I can't remember the exact amount. They're a little bit smaller. So with this one, you get 4 grams. So 1 gram of shadow each. And I believe it's like 1.7 or something in just the one shade. So you do get a little less product per pan, but the price just makes so much more sense. I just think this is nice to have. It's nice to pair with that matte palette. And my lips are quite dry right now, like very dry. Little update on that Inky List balm. It didn't do anything. I mean, I didn't think it would, but it's supposed to like plump your lips. Every time I put a glossy shade on, it does make the lips look more plump automatically. Just because it has that shine to it. But I definitely have not seen a difference. Okay, so now I'm going to add just a touch of my number 32, Sephora 32. This is, I can't remember the name of it, but it's number 32, the cream lip stain. Just so it's not as pinky toned. And then I like to just blend it out. I mean, this is probably why my lips are dry, because I use a liquid lipstick. That would make sense. So this is, actually didn't really ruin my hair that much today. This is the final look using the Moondust palette, and this is that taupey shade, which is called Cosmic Space Dust. So this guy here. And got the blush on. I think it's super, super pretty. Sorry, my mom was calling me and I had to answer. Yes, this is a yes for me. I would say if you are the kind of person who enjoys a very nice kind of twinkly sparkle, I think that you would love this. I really, really like it and I do not regret getting it. Is it something I'm gonna wear all the time? No, but I do think it's super, super pretty. I think the eye look turned out really nice and I do not regret getting it, and it matches my shirt. Yeah, and I do, like, if you're wanting just a straight up topper, I would say maybe go for the Makeup by Mario Ethereal Eyes, because it has more of that topper look to it, that very like twinkly sparkle, which I love, okay? Which is what that Space Cowboy is more. That's more of like that kind of twinkly topper. And same with Wild Dipper, but Wild Dipper does have a base to it. But also, I just think they're all just gorgeous. This is so beautiful. That Star Cowgirl. I just really, really love it. So I would definitely consider getting this if you are a sparkly gal, guy, gal, anybody who loves sparkles. This is for you. And again, the price is definitely worth it, in my opinion. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. And if you wanted to see any, I don't know, other collections that are coming out, please let me know. I do want to get that Chanel one. I just have no idea where it is. I've called, we only have like 2 boutiques in my city, and I called one of them, they didn't have it yet. So I don't know when it will be available, and it's not on Chanel Canada. So maybe, is anybody interested in the Dior? Dior is also not available yet in Canada. I haven't seen it on the website anyways, but yeah, let me know if you're interested in new collections. Please let me know which one. And thank you so much for watching, and love ya. Bye. I just want to show you these real quick so you can actually get a feel for what they really look like. So that kind of orangey tone shade, which is weird, it's not really orange, is Space Cowboy. And here are the other ones. Very beautiful. I just wanted you to see the actual sparkle in them, because it's super hard to tell from far away. But yeah, they are gorgeous. So again, thank you for watching, and I love ya. Bye.